Good morning, everyone. My name is Danu, and I'm going to be doing our guided opening meditation this morning. So if you all feel comfortable, just go ahead and close your eyes, or you can have a soft downward gaze while you meditate. Let's start off and just have a big exhale and sigh and let go of any energy we're holding on to. Let's take a few breaths together, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose again, and out through the mouth. Once more in, and let it go. Remembering that where you are right here, right now, is a safe space. This is a comfortable space. Just check in. Feel yourself supported comfortably in your seat, wherever you are. And I'm going to just give you some simple affirmations, helping remind you of who you really are. And as I speak them, just allow them to travel slowly and gently through your being. God is, and I am. Spirit is, and I am. The One is, and I am. Just remembering to take a deep breath after each one of these affirmations. Beauty is, and I am. Infinite good is, and I am. Harmony is, and I am. Joy is, and I am. The infinite is, and I am. The eternal is, and I am. Freedom is, and I am. Liberation is, and I am. Power is, and I am. Abundance is, and I am. The light is, and I am. Peace is, and I am. Divine truth is, and I am. Wholeness is, and I am. Love is, and I am. Wisdom is, and I am. Change is, and I am. Life is, and I am. Order is, and I am. Unity is, and I am. Balance is, and I am. Nature is, and I am. Comfort is, and I am. The unknown is, and I am. Expression is, and I am. The elements are, and I am. Individuality is, and I am. Uniqueness is, and I am. Newness is, and I am. Clarity is, and I am. Wonder is, and I am. absolute awe is, and I am. Evolution is, and I am. Expansion is, and I am. Consciousness is, and I am. Awareness is, and I am. Energy is, and I am. Potentiality is, and I am. The infinite is, and I am. Clarity is, and I am. Oneness is, and I am. All that is, and I am. Transformation is, and I am. Acceptance is, and I am. The soul is, and I am. This body is, and I am. All that I am is, and I simply am. I'm gonna allow us the next minute or so to just have a peaceful moment of silence, remembering this whole time to check in with our breath, to allow our breath to rise and fall naturally. When you're ready, taking your time, you can open your eyes slowly, come back to the room, holding gratitude in your heart, gratitude for all that you are, gratitude for the gifts of this day and the potential of this day, gratitude for love itself. And so it is.
Thank you, Matt. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. The Joy Notes are up here to kick you off with some music. My name's Alice.
Kathy?
Kevin?
Yeah, so we're going to start by everyone standing up and join us in our first song. God is light, and so are we. God is love, and so are we. God is life, and so are we.
It's truth that cannot be denied.
God is power, and so are we. God is peace, and so are we.
God is beauty and joy, and so are we.
That's the truth of ourselves
and the truth of humankind.
God is light, and so are we. God is love, and so are we.
God is life,
and so are we. It's truth that cannot be denied. God is power, and so are we. God is peace, and so are we. God is beauty and joy, and so are we. That's the truth of ourselves and the truth of humankind. Okay, now go ahead and turn to your neighbor and greet them. Say hello, spread out, mingle.
Morning, babe. Morning, Kathy.
Yay! Okay, go ahead and return to your seat. We're going to do a little meditation song. Go ahead and continue to stand. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. All is beautiful. All is well. All is beautiful. All is well. God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. All is beautiful. All is well. All is beautiful. All is well.
Good morning. My name is Radiant Gaines. I'm a practitioner and your presider for today. And I'm so glad you all came to celebrate this Sunday with us and to be a part of this service and this community. I invite you to fill out an information sheet. They should be in the foyer. If you have problems finding them, just let me or Susan know. There's lots of people around who can help you find one if you don't see one. And then, so I've been coming to the center since probably Jesus was a baby, or, a couple of days. And so I love that I remember what our center was like before COVID. And believe it or not, this room would have been filled with, I want to say, over 100 people. And then we had COVID, and Reverend Linda was in here talking to blank walls and nobody else but maybe the sound team. And then we had very small beginnings, and I got the opportunity to sing and be a part of our Joy Notes team and lead our Joy Notes into the great place where we are now, where we have plenty of Joy Notes. We're always looking for more Joy Notes, but we finally have enough that I can take a break. And so, and now we're coming into a place where our center is getting almost as big as it was before COVID. And our teaching is growing, and we have a whole new collection of people, and I just feel so grown in this love. I feel so supported in my community, and I love that I have a place that I can come and talk about the oneness of God, the oneness of all the love. And I know that you guys already love me, and because of that, I can grow and I can be vulnerable and grow into who I'm supposed to be here to be. And some of you have watched me do lots of growing, and you know that this teaching does work if you work it. So our practitioner of the day is Danu Green. And now I will do the global vision. Sorry, I did it backwards. Okay, so our global vision for Centers for Spiritual Living nationwide. We envision a world where each and every person has enough food, a home, a sense of belonging, a world of peace and harmony, enfranchised and justice. Enfranchisement. Anyway, okay, now the practitioner of the day is Danu. And if you will stand, we'll sing We Are One. Guess I'm on this side? Sure.
Thank you, Radiant, for getting us started. My name is Danu Green. I am an intern practitioner here, and I wrote a special treatment or prayer that I'm going to share for all of you. I'm going to read it in the I am, and as you hear it, please know that this treatment is for every single one of you here. And if you choose, you may close your eyes or have a soft downward gaze as I read this. There is one divine source of all that is. This source created everything out of itself. It is the love, the knowledge, the wonder, the power, and the presence of life itself. This source is forever evolving and unfolding, recreating itself anew in every moment. As a piece of life itself, I am one with this source. It is the essence of my being, of all beings. Life itself unfolds as a chain of miracles. In the knowing of this truth, I am willing now to see through the eyes of wonder. I allow myself to lean into the mystery of the unknown, for in doing so, I open space for a sense of newness in my life. I deepen my trust in that which is to come, for I know that infinite good seeks to express itself through me, as me, in every moment. In gratitude and awe, I accept the abundance of love, wisdom, opportunity, and magic present in my life. I release these words into the creative law of mind that reflects their truth in my experience, and so it is.
Okay, now we have an affirmation. And lucky for us, we get this affirmation all of November. And so I'll read it through one time, and then I'll lead you to lead it through the second time. Every aspect of the universe is a sacred expression of spirit. I open myself to finding the sacred in unexpected places. Everything, including me, is holy. And now if you'll say with me, every aspect of the universe is a sacred expression of spirit. I open myself to finding the sacred in unexpected places. Everything, including me, is holy. And now we have the talk of the day, which is talk of the. Oh my! That's it. It's oh my. And the guest musician, we have Russell and Mary, who we love having Russell and Mary, so that'll be a great treat for us. We also have Susan Cochran is holding high watch for us. Sorry. Reverend Trish is holding high watch for us. And I'm sure on some level Susan Cochran is also holding high watch for us, because that's just how we roll. We're always holding high watch. And as I already said, Danu Green is a practitioner of the day. And that's all of that for now. Okay, and now we have a song by Russell and Mary.
This is a song by Jan Garrett and J.D. Martin that we found that we just love. And it goes like this. Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten.
We are living in the heart of God.
Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten.
We are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God.
Morning sun coming through the trees.
Green leaves shimmer in the summer breeze.
Songbirds sing to the honeybees.
Living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. And
Sorry about that. Here we go. After the
day is done, the moon makes love to the setting sun.
the stars come twinkling one by one, and
Living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God.
we sleep in dreams both deep and bright.
Sailing through the velvet night.
Refreshing the soul to the spirit's delight.
Living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living in the heart of God. We are living in the heart of God.
Nothing is ever lost, and we are not forgotten.
Okay, join us in our meditation song. We are opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am
Opening. I am
My heart is ready to receive. I am open. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am. Brilliant as a star. Fragile as a crystal of ice on the grass. Strong as a tree, reaching its roots deep into the ground and its branches up into the sky. Dark as a moonless night. I am all this and more. The dawn, the dusk, and every moment, every moment in between. I am. And that which is me always has been. And always will be. For I am one with the one, in the one, as the one. Breathing in, God is. Breathing out, I am. And for this, I give thanks. And I let go. And I let it be so. And so it is. Thank you, Matt. Thank you so much. Thank you, Russell and Mary. I love that violin and guitar together, and your voices blend so beautifully. I really appreciate the gentle music. Don't get me wrong, I like rockin' music too, but you know, there's just, you can mix it up a little bit. Oh my, as in lions and tigers and bears, oh my. The sacred, or the mundane, the sacred, the profane, oh my, is basically the theme this month. And we've looked at the mundane, the everyday, ordinary stuff that's just, you know, doing the dishes, pulling the weeds, being around the house, getting up, doing the chores. That's the mundane. That which we consider sacred, which is beautiful, you know, church-like settings and great, beautiful forests and rivers and oceans and blah, blah, blah. And then what we call the profane, which is stuff that we don't think is appropriate. It's just not quite nice enough. It's just not good enough. It's that, you know. And the oh my is the realization that all of these ways we've categorized things just live in our heads. They're completely and totally ego-driven. They're completely and totally without any reality. It's a small r reality, let's just put it like that. We were laughing the other day because I have a talk that I bring out once a year or so about the big S self and the small s self, which becomes a lot of fun as you get to talking about the big S self and the small s self, because your mind starts going to a rather profane place with the s's and the self, you know. So it's a realization that what is the story I am telling myself? What is the story I've been telling myself? What is the story we're telling each other? How is it that we have so separated the exquisite beauty and grace that is this planet and the miracle of life and the people and the animals, and called all of them either mundane or profane? Have we taken the most sacred things that can possibly be and somehow made them less than? We didn't do it. We're not born that way. We have to, as the song from South Pacific said, we have to be taught. We have to be taught at a very young age how to hate, how to judge, how to be. And we can't blame our parents, because at one point they were babies and they got taught, and their parents were babies and they got taught, and everybody, we go back and we go back and we go back, we got taught to divide things, to separate things, to make things different, and they're not. The very basis of this teaching, we are part of what is known as New Thought, and it's got like a little subheading of New Thought, Ancient Wisdom, because it goes back hundreds and thousands of years. We are closer to an indigenous understanding of the earth than anything. The New Thought, Ancient Wisdom is that the energy and the force that we call God is all there is. Quantum physics calls it energy. The quantum, the energy is neither created nor destroyed. It just keeps changing shape. It keeps evolving. It keeps remaking itself. It keeps re-being. It keeps redoing. We are breathing in the air that we breathe, the bodies of every person who's ever lived, who's been dissolved in nature, and their energy is there. We are taking in the energy of everybody that is in this room. We really were aware of that during COVID. You know, we're all sitting here like, but you know, we had to do that to care for ourselves and one another. There is only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is my life right here and right now. There is an essence. God is not the old man with the beard and the bad attitude that we've been taught to think about. God is not something out there, some being out there. God is being. The Latin word is esse, E-S-S-E, which means to be. It is, and from it we get the words essence and essential. The whole idea that this is who we are. And God said, let there be light, and light was. And God saw the day and night and said, it is good. And then we made one bad and the other good. And God said, this is good. And we made some of that sacred and some of that profane. When the spirit that we tell, the very story we tell, is that it is all good and it comes from good and it continues to be good, and we somehow figured out a way to weaponize that. And it's just sad to me. It's just really, really sad that right now we have got so much fear, so much hatred, so much anger. And hatred and anger is just fear on steroids. If you boil things right back down to their source, I met a woman one time and I said, I'm sorry you're so frightened about that. She goes, I am not frightened. Well, something's provoking you into this kind of energy that you're giving, and I'm going to guess that you're afraid you're about to lose something. You're afraid that something's going to be taken away from you. You're afraid that you're going to lose your power. You're afraid you're going to lose your autonomy. You're afraid of, and that causes you to become Big Bird and fluff up the feathers. And I just love to watch, when birds are doing their thing. Their little feathers, which are this little sleek thing until they get irritated. Or a cat that's... There's some fun stuff on Facebook of cats actually walking around like this on their hind legs. It's like they've hung around humans too long now, I think. It's irritating. But what that is fear. The basis of our teaching is that God is all there is, and if God is all there is, then everything is an expression of that, even if it might be secondary or tertiary. It could be evolving out, and the fears are coloring the way it is expressing, but there's still at the root an essential good nature, an essential love. Every faith believes that God is omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. All-knowing, all-powerful, and everywhere present. And yet they'll say, but not here. Because if you're saying something is profane, you're saying God is not there. Well, if God is omnipresent, how can anything be profane? Because somewhere at the heart of that thing, God is. Somewhere at the heart of these wars, God is. Somewhere at the heart of this fear, God is. Waiting for us to wake up. I've said it before, I'll say it again. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. It doesn't mean the teacher wasn't standing there like this all along, going, here I am. It's when we wake up, we see the teacher. We see the lesson. When we wake up, when we decide to anchor ourselves, ground ourselves in the whole idea that there is an eternal, infinite energy that is all oneness, and yet at the same time the word that is used in Hebrew is Elohim, where it says in this, when God is making the human, in the image of God we made him. Elohim is a plural. It doesn't mean there's two gods, it means God has many faces. It means God has much energy. God can be in all. And I would love to find a different word, because there's so much wounding around the G word. And people hear it and then they pull back and they don't hear the next 5 minutes of what I said, because they're going, oh God, that kind of place, But the thing is, any name is going to limit the capacity of the infinite. The very definition of a definition is to put limits on something, to put it in a box. And we've spent our life putting things in boxes because we can understand them better then. But the bottom line is there is this infinite energy, and I want to go back. I mentioned last week Saint Bonaventure from the 13th century, and I found a piece of writing about him, and it's like he had a threefold construct of how the universe works. So this is where the New Thought, ancient wisdom comes together. This stuff isn't new, people. This stuff is not new. It is not new at all. From the 13th century, which is, a couple years back. The whole idea of, from Genesis, emanation. We come forth from God, bearing the divine image, and thus our inherent identity is grounded in the life of God from the beginning. We, from the beginning, are the essence of the infinite. From the beginning, not only the beginning of this soul sack in which we live, but from the Big Bang. From the beginning, we come forth from God bearing the divine image. And then what he calls exemplarism. Everything, the entire chain of being and everything in creation is an example and illustration of the one God mystery in space and time. Everything. The ice on the lawn, and I looked up this morning and went, "Arr!" That's God expressing. And did you know there's no such thing as cold? I know you're going to look at me and go, honey, just step out the door. You will discover. But scientifically, cold is simply the absence of heat. Darkness is simply the absence of light. You can't create a dark stick. I can't have a dark, I can have a flashlight and flash light into the room. I cannot flash dark, well, I've met some people who can flash dark into the room. But you can't, there is no way you can put batteries in a thing and have it flash dark. It's just the absence of light. And therefore, we would look at fear is simply the absence of love. That which we see as negative is simply the absence of love. There is no thing that love cannot experience. There are, as in Romans, as Paul says, no exceptions. Everything is, in creation, is an example and illustration of the one. And then consummation, fulfillment. So there's emanation, we're born, there's exemplarism, we exist, and then there's consummation, we complete. All returns to the source from which it came. The omega is the same as the alpha, and this is God's supreme and final victory. Everything that ends goes back to the source and begins again, and the emanation starts again, and the examples start again, and the consummation comes again, and then it starts over and over and over. It's quantum physics in the 13th century as spirituality. There's only one life. We're living it in different shapes, in different ways of thinking. But if I can turn on the news and watch what's happening and feel my heart ache and know that somewhere within this there is love, there is an answer. There is a healing presence taking place. No matter what I'm looking at, no matter how I'm talking about it, no matter how I'm judging it, if I can take my judgment away and look at it and go, wow, what an opportunity for love. What an opportunity for open-heartedness. To create something new, to create something that heals, to create something. As Dr. Holmes says, all of us are individualizations of the one spirit, and all parts of us are sacred. We have to accept all of ourselves as sacred, even holy. That's why I think I got so involved in teaching the last few years, about 5 or 6 years now, I've been teaching shadow classes. And these are classes wherein we look at those parts of ourselves that we've been pushing down and don't want to look at and don't want to talk about and don't want to play with because, well, they're broken, they're wrong, they're bad girl. and we push them away, and yet what they do is get inside of us, and if they have nowhere to be expressed, they begin expressing in attacking us. And I really truly believe this is where autoimmune disorders are coming from right now. We have an epidemic of autoimmune disorders where the body attacks itself. And it's attacking itself because we're not loving it. We need to bring those things that we are hiding up, and we need to bring them out, and we need to feel them, and we need to hear them, and we need to embrace them because they're the truth of who we are, and they help make us who we are. All those pains that we hate and we don't want to experience are things we need to look at, because now, because of that, I can have compassion for somebody else. If you've never lost somebody, you don't know what it's like to lose somebody. You can't be there for a friend who lost somebody, because you can't even imagine what it's like. And that's just one example. If you've never, I'm not saying everybody should go out and get addicted on drugs, but if you've never been on drugs and you've never felt overpowered by drugs and you finally get out of it, you have so much compassion for the people that did that. You can be there for them because you've been there and done that. It's taking what has happened and realizing that as ugly as it was, as awful as it feels, this does not excuse it, but it gives us a lesson in how to be there for others who are going through the same thing. We're meant to belong. We're wired to belong. We're meant to be together. This is what we are all about. And so there is no sacred, there is no profane, there is no mundane. It is all just simply holy. As Matt so beautifully sang for us last week, everything is holy now, everything. If we could just get that, if this group of people right here today could just commit to that, and those of you watching online, say, I believe this, and I'm going to start living like this. I wonder what the ripple effect, if each of us impacted 5 people. And some of those people grabbed onto it, and they impacted 5 people. And the pond keeps rippling out. Becoming present often brings to our awareness all the pain and suffering of the world. Yes, it's lovely to be mindful and present and good, and it's all grounded. And then you look at what's going on, and you go, oh, my God. The wars, the conflict, the violence, the neglect, the poverty, the disease, climate change, on and on and on. And that's when we're called to remember, but we're all in this together. We're here to help one another through this. We're here to be wiser. We're here to be more open. We're here to learn and to grow together. As Ram Dass says, we're all just walking each other home. We're heading towards that consummation of this iteration so that as we get back to the end, it becomes a beginning again, and we evolve into a new, hopefully wiser being. So I'd like us this week to look at the idea that there is the sacred in all things. I have some questions for you to consider, to take into, you could take them into meditation, you could take them into contemplation, you could just take them for a walk and kind of ask the question and let it be with you. First question, what are my sacred places? Where do I go when I need to ground? I'm going to tell a story. During COVID, one of Matt's sacred places was up in the production room with his keyboard, and he was evolving and creating arrangements for different things, and he would sometimes sleep there too. It was his sacred place at that time. It was where his daughters were home. He had a house full of women. That's a little chaotic. And he would come here because that was a sacred place for him. So when I say sacred place, it doesn't mean you have to go to the Sistine Chapel or you even have to mention this place. For me, it's St. Benedict's. It's sitting on that deck by the river and just letting the water flow and let it be just continuing to clean away everything. What is one of my sacred places? Think about that. And you don't even have to go there to be there. That's the beauty of our memories. Who, question 2 to consider, who has helped me experience the divine? Has there been a person in my life that I know or don't know, may have seen them on TV? Might not be a minister, might be a grandparent or a teacher or a musician. Who has helped me experience the divine, the presence of the divine? Who is someone that has just lifted me into that? What holy relics hold importance in my life? We moved to California. Well, I was born in California, and then we lived in Nebraska for 6 years, and we moved back the summer I turned 6. And in the Central Valley of California, there had just been a huge flood there, and we went up to Three Rivers, which was the town up east of us in the foothills, and I got a piece of driftwood. And it's a little piece about that long, and it looks like a tree. It looks like got things going into the ground, and then it comes up, and then it's got 2 little branches. And I've had that since I was 6 years old. It's made every move with me. And it represents a life change, something new for me. It's a piece of driftwood, not even a very pretty one. But to me, it's a holy relic. It's a remembrance. It's a remnant. It is something. Do you have a holy relic in your closet, on your shelf, sitting on top of a bookcase? I've also got a little dump truck that I was given when I was 5. My mom was worried about me because I didn't want dolls. I wanted trucks. You know, I lived on a farm, for pity's sakes. What do you do with a doll on a farm? And the final question. What stories will I allow to shape my life? I am the potter. Life is the wheel. How am I shaping my life? Those are the stories. Things for you to contemplate this week. Things for you to think about. Things for you to chew on, marinate in, whatever your metaphor is, your metaphor of choice. But I really would like us to end this month knowing that everything is holy now. And do our best to make that real inside of us. When there's a place in us that goes, ooh, go, wait a minute. So, blessed be, my dears. I would like to invite the ushers to come forth and the song leaders to come up. And if you would, if you're interested, if you're home and you'd like to give online, You can use your phone to scan this code here, and it will take you to the site, or you could actually be sitting in here and use that code as well, so that you can feel like you're giving at the same time everybody else is, and the blessing is happening with everyone. We give not in order to receive, we give in order to be part of the flow of the universe. We give in order to allow good to keep circulating in the world. Everything is reciprocal in nature, and as I give, I receive. And the more I give, the more I receive. And this center is here to serve people, to help people make it through the world in a happier, better, more healthful place. And I just know that whatever you're able to give of time, talent, and treasure is given from a place of love, from a place of compassion and caring. And if you don't have a gift today, just put your hand over your heart or put your gift over your heart and share with me, I bless this gift, knowing it is the circulation of divine good, and what goes around comes around. And so it is.
Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance and knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and love. There's always enough. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks with this offering. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks for everything. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks with this offering. We give thanks. We give thanks. We give thanks for everything.
And we give thanks because we have one more song from Russell and Mary.
This is one I wrote a little while ago. There was a time in my life it was very dark, worried and troubled, almost hopeless. Someone said, I'll pray with you, and I thought, I'm gonna need more than that. And I heard these words: one life,
That life is perfect.
one mind, now and forever. One power, source of all that is. This spirit flows through me. That life is my life. In every cell, in every molecule. One power, source of all that is. This spirit flows through you. Heard someone say the world seems so dark, and those words are almost hopeless. Reminds me of a place I've been. Someone said it, now I'm singing. One life, that life is perfect. One mind, now and forever. One power, the source of all it is. This spirit flows through me. That life is my life. In every cell, in every molecule. One power, the source of all it is. This spirit flows through you. one mind, now and forever, one power, the source of all it is. This spirit flows through me. That life is my life, and every cell, and every molecule.
One power,
the source of all it is. This spirit flows through you. This spirit flows through you. This spirit flows through you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
So 17 years ago today. No. Okay, 17 years ago next week. But we're doing it now. Reverend Linda took the stage here as the new minister for the Center for Spiritual Living and has been the heart of the center ever since. I know in my life she has shown me the divine on a regular basis, and I just can't say enough for what she's done for the center and how much we love her. And I would just like to take a moment for all of us to show her our love.
I had a feeling she got the weeks mixed up because they were in there, they're taking cards and hiding them and things, and it's like, it's actually, I arrived 17 years ago tomorrow at about 5 in the afternoon, and drove over Mount Shasta in the snow, and I said, oh my God, little California girl, what have you gotten yourself into here? And then it snowed 7 times that year, and then the next year, and Carol Mapp had told me, oh, it almost never snows here, and when it does, it melts right away. Well, we had sloggy, slushy, dirty, slush snow that year. And I went to her and I said, Carol, you told me it never snowed. She looked at me with her sweet little, those of you who remember her and her little chubby cheeks, she said, we lied. And then it snowed 7 times the next year, and the guy on the news said, it hasn't snowed this much in 10 years. And I said, it snowed this much last year. And then it didn't snow for 7 years. So technically, it was true. And I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful for those of you who've been here since the beginning. I'm grateful for those of you who have arrived since. And I'm grateful for this beautiful community and all the people who came before to build this community. I mean, we're 53 years. This place has been in existence. This place has been serving Eugene for that long. They started out in a little office building over by the grain elevator off of Washington Street back in 1970, and they bought this building in 76. I've been here ever since. And there's actually, this was a Church of Christ, there's actually a baptismal font back there. And I was trying to get jets put in so we could have a hot tub, you know, but the board at that time wasn't going for it, so we put a load over it, and it's now storage. But anyway, thank you for your love. Thank you for remembering. And Susan wanted to do the announcements today. Now I know why. So.
Announcements. We got a lot going on. So we have men's coffee every Tuesday, if you'd like to join that. And that's at the 5th Street Market. Our Wednesday gatherings have been amazing. We've had, oh my gosh, Reverend Linda did a nice gratitude service the week before. We had Kevin came and played music, and we sang together and had a wonderful time. Every week is something special and new. Please come join us. And we have the community potluck next Sunday. So please bring a dish and join us in community in the social hall. Women's lunch is first Saturday of the month, and you bring your own lunch for that, and we get together and chat and have a really nice time. Men's breakfast first Sunday of the month at the Gateway Grill in Springfield. Next week. Yeah. All right, so Patricia Parrott does this energy work that is called Access Bars, and I have done it myself, and I have to say, I didn't expect anything, and I had visible results from it, and so I highly recommend it. She's doing it as a fundraiser through December 25th, and if you can't get in for one till after the 25th, she is doing gift certificates. All of the proceeds are going to the center, and I think we're at like $700, something like that, that she has raised for us. So thank you so much for your time and energy on doing that, and everybody get in because it is a lovely experience. Soup for the Soul, Reverend Linda has been doing every Thursday. Amazing. We get together, we have nice discussions, and her soup is really good, always really good. So come and join us. What's our topic?
Our topic next week is empowerment, and I am making navy bean soup with ham and cornbread.
There you go. All right, our bookstore. If you'd like to go back and browse the bookstore, we've always got some new things going on in there. Calendars. Ellen Gabehart has calendars for sale in the foyer if you'd like to buy a calendar. All right, Sacred Services. We have all kinds of things that you can get involved with. If you would like to serve in the office or as a greeter on Sundays, bookstore, as a singer up for technology to go up and help out upstairs. There's so many things that you could do to serve. And what's that? Or drive somebody to the doctor. If we have, we would like to start a community of folks, a network, so that if anybody needs anything, we've got support there. So that's really exciting. And then also today, after the service, after about a 10-minute break, Jennifer and Aaron, if you raise your hand so people can recognize you, they are going to be in the social hall for a meeting about upstarting a bingo fundraising on a regular basis. Every month we're going to be doing bingo, and they've done that before. They've run a bingo before, and we have all the equipment and stuff, so we're getting really excited about doing that. So if you want to help with that in any way, meet after service in the social hall, and there's snacks in the social hall as well. So and then also I have some people that are signed up. Please talk to me. We're doing blessing bags. We want to get together and discuss what things we want in the bags. I'm going to call everybody, so just make sure that the blessing bag.
What is it?
Oh, so a blessing bag we're going to put inside granola bar, a bottle of water, socks, hats, whatever we can, then little bags to have in our cars and have here so that we can give them to people when we see somebody in need that could give them a little uplift through these cold months. And so if you would like to donate any items, donate money for us to go buy items, or be involved with putting the bags together, let me know. I do have a sign-up sheet in the foyer. If you give me your number and your email, I'll contact you. We'll figure out a time to get together to discuss it and to put the bags together. So love to have you for that. Last announcement is Amara, who has done this beautiful artwork, is doing a sale for the holidays. If you buy 2 of the pieces, you get the third of equal value for free. And as you can see, they're just beautiful. I could see that putting several of them together on a wall would make a beautiful piece. So, and she has really reasonable prices on the artwork. So take a look, and because this will be here, I think, until January. Ellen, is that right? January? These are going to stay up. So So yeah, take a look at those, and thank you for everything. That's all I've got today. Oh, and then we're gonna introduce the practitioners.
Hi, everyone. So as practitioners here, our main role is to be an anchor of spiritual truth, to be a support, to help ourselves, help each other, remember the truth of who we are, remember the truth no matter what we're going through or what anyone else is going through, that at the heart, at the core, there is God, there is spirit, there is love there is potential and possibility. So anything you may be faced with, anything you're wanting to transform in your life, anything you're wanting to celebrate or amplify the energy of, you can come find one of us practitioners here today. And we will have a few minutes with you and do some prayer work and go from there. If you are a practitioner or minister here today, would you please stand? And we'll all introduce ourselves. My name is Danu Green. Thank you. And we are all available after service for you. Come find us. And if you all want to stand, we're going to sing one more song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my highest vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
If you choose, please repeat after me. God is.
God is.
I am.
I am.
I am.
Woo!
Thank you.